Back on, and I'm just opening up Lee's grant spreadsheet. Thank you, Lee. Cool. Moving along, starting with 2021, which is Martha School. Yesterday we discussed giving the full amount requested of $10,000. I did ring, there was a question that you raised, Pam, regarding the intention of the grant to the tennis club, and coincidentally, as I drove past, the youth were using that turf, and Kirsty had clarified that it was the intention was only to be a temporary fix until they were able to get their own way. The turf they put in was nowhere near as big as the turf that was put in at the tennis club, and also they had the issue of crossing a highway to get there. So,
yes, Richard mentioned this.
yeah, so to clarify that it was what we thought when we were in our discussions. Are we still comfortable with 10,000?
Yeah.
Yep. Yards and barns.
Yeah.
It was very high at the time there. Y2K running festival. We still had some financial some community. It has declined at zero. For the reasons that we discussed yesterday, we're still comfortable with that. Featherston verification, we referred to the community board.
Yeah.
Featherston's own charitable trust for and Armura at 10,000. I think we talked that there. RSPCA at 2.5. Let's just have a double check.
Because what you said, it also helps offsets out our costs as well.
Just double checking. Yeah, it's comparable to other councils. Warrior four-wheel drive, a one-off 3,000.
Yeah.
Establishment of an event.
Yeah.
It's amazing actually thinking about that overnight, the amount of four-wheel drive clubs that we do see coming through the South Mara on the way out to ARMEs.
I think this could be considered it's a new something new, but this could actually be, I believe very like that. And
yeah,
I like the safety element, learning to manage all the drives, and there's a lot of accidents and reports just recently about youth driving. So quite like that.
but also if we are part of the circuit for the national competition, it sets it in place for future years that they're coming back to a place they know. Right, regional sports education, Aurora, of $2,000 for spaces and places.
yeah,
And then the lines with the other councils.
Look at the other sheet. So the question is that if all the, so it's a regional, and I would assume that this is crucial that all the councils are buying into it, but we're not necessarily seeing.
I agree and conclude that.
No.
Last 10 years.
So, look, I still think it's a project that we like from our discussions yesterday, regardless of what other councils may be doing. I think it's benefit to our knowledge.
Yeah.
It's not going into a big bottomless pit that we never see anything from.
And that knowledge is something that we don't internally get staff taken from the teacher to the school.
There was a considerable amount of research done during the justification for spending money on more land in Greytown with regards to a catalogue of green space, but I think it's a lot more detailed regards to facilities as well. Right, we'll leave it there. Porakaka at 7,500. You know, we've seen Joy and Helen come back to clarify some of the issues. I think there's some unexplored funding opportunities to take up this slab, but I am mindful that we don't want to. We still want to see the provision of the service. So, yeah. So, what are people's thoughts on how we might approach this?
Can we just make it, it's not a no, we're not turning it down, but I would like to explore the approach with DHB and look at opportunities for funding, and that we'll review it. Do we want to time that we review it? Because that might be useful.
Yeah, so how about, well, they've showed that they have capacity to continue, so they're not immediate grants, and this won't affect their operation.
I'd still like to put in something forward just to ensure that while they are exploring those options, that there is something there. So I mean, I thought there to be I'd maybe not 7.5, but probably 5, just so that way while they're getting everything done, they still have that funding available to continue on with the work that they do.
To counter that, they've stated that they will continue on their current funding through to March.
But that was including with this, with this amount in there, and so for me, I'd like to hope that we're putting something for them. And have to carry that's just me. That's there. So I want to verify.
I'd like to tentatively approve the 7.5. And when I say tentatively, we could put there, that it has a proviso attached to it. And the proviso is that we want clarification on the discussions with the DHB and some of the other things so that we can then just get together and say yes or no to it.
So I'm probably in that one saying subject to, and we reconvene to approval of the time.
Yeah.
Do we have to convene? No, can we ask for this if we've already approved it?
Yes.
Go back and say we're happy with the information.
But we need to have that discussion whether or not we're happy with
Okay.
it. So I think we do need to reconvene.
Yeah.
So we're saying, we're not saying no, it's we're going to approve subject to a future discussion on funding sources.
With new information.
Yeah.
Well, then if we're coming back, we shouldn't approve it. We could put this in a placeholder, abeyance.
We could do that as well.
Yeah, I'm in line with what Pam's saying. They're guaranteed until the end of the financial year. And I really don't want, it's loud and clear from the community that they don't want Meals on Wheels to go. And I would hate that service to go personally. And I think we should support them to be able to provide the meals until they're actually, it sounds like they're not quite, they're almost there, almost got a continuity plan, but they're not quite, because they still need time to sort that out.
I think it's more, are we happy to take the time to reconvene and then just use that one as a grant subcommittee needs to look at the results of the discussions with and then to say yes or no. Then I'm happy to.
So we're saying not going to do this now?
I'm saying that we will placeholder the amounts so that we're not putting it into the pool, right? We're saying we have it allocated subject to the funding success with DHB and any other ones that may be mentioned. And we'll reconvene to approve that within 4 to 8 weeks. So we're not saying wait till the end of the financial year. We're going to say, you've got time to make the decision. You're called boards. You'll put a time on
I
it.
just think we have to do it once. With the right.
So this, we could actually time wise, we could say we'll reconvene on, a few days before the end of the trading.
Yes, we will need.
Because that gives them,
we'll have to, because I think it's.
that gives them.
We have one more meeting.
All these grants need to be confirmed by council. Yeah.
So you're saying that the
We,
26th.
we only had a recommendation to council for the grant funding.
There's a delegation.
We do have some.
Council's 21.
Yeah, no, that's irrelevant.
Yeah. So there's actually only potentially this one outstanding one.
Yes, we will be reconvening for 15 minutes, 20 minutes to discuss and confirm all the time.
And,
We need to do that before.
We don't need to worry about that because we have delegation, so we need to give them money straight away.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, so we need to do that the week of the 3rd to the 7th of October. The elections is on the 8th of October.
So,
so,
Wednesday.
1, 2, 3 weeks.
so I will be away and I won't vote
Yeah.
remotely, so then.
That's the 16th of October then.
Yeah, you're still able to vote remotely.
Yeah, 16th of October.
I will be supporting.
No,
What's the crunch date?
16th of October.
That's the day we start.
we even mean you could still come in into the discussion but not vote.
As long as we have a quorum.
And that's what I'm just checking to.
So what date are you away?
Thinking it's
27.
Okay, so are we comfortable with that approach that we
Yeah.
just organise a date?
Yeah.
We'll let them know that and we'll continue the discussions. I'll assist with the liaison with the VHB to make sure that everyone's getting the right information. And then we'll reconvene. So we'll placeholder it, we've allocated the money subject to another meeting where a final decision will be made.
Is there an opportunity to put in there later, saying for them to also evaluate the non-critical people in the community wanting meals, but they don't receive it the same price?
That's part of the financial support. DHB may come back and say, actually, 30% or 10 people are eligible and that gives you this funding. Therefore, this is the way your new financials look, and then you can see whether they need it.
So do you want me to enter that as a 0? No, saying.
No, I think we put in a 7.5.
I think it doesn't.
deduct off the total.
Yeah.
Then we know that to say the rest of seems to, but there's another column because that'll ruin at some function. Right. Right, the walking festival, great.
Yeah.
Great idea. Presbyterian support services.
One of the
Featherston Community Charitable Trust for overheads.
Wow.
Yeah, we're happy with that. And let's look at your innovation.
10.
That's a very large amount to throw out.
My only concern is that, not concern, but it looked as if it was, it's a content.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in content land. So they don't actually know what the total cost is actually going to be. And that's what my concern is it's full content.
And the other thing is as well, and this happens all the time, the more advice you go and seek, the more things change until you kind of go, wow, this could be anywhere. It could cost anywhere from 30,000. Actually, just if they're using the space that they already have. And that, so that was something else that they concluded, was that there is already a little kitchenette there. Adding in those additional buttons, like yes, some of these can get a little bit optimization. Can see that. The one thing I don't want is that we give the money to pay council. Just the people.
It's to be separated.
So to me,
I hadn't thought that yesterday that the Nawi community will put in a new commercial kitchen, start the finish brand new. I think it was 42,000. including a granite bench.
Yeah, no, that's what I do.
You know, and this was really getting together. Yes, there is a certain level of cost, but that also included really money and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just concerned about that 80,000. Personally, I think I'm fine with 5 if we take it to for reimbursement of any council fees. That's the way I would do it.
I have a feeling we might.
Yeah, that's my main thing.
No, we're not subsidising it, it's contribution to them to then pay council. And I think that's okay.
I would prefer it to be unannounced.
Rita's got a hand in.
Just, the point that is that, while it's in concept, there are no firm plans on what they're actually going to install at this time. So we can't really make a decision about something that may or may not happen, because we're not sure. We can give them some, and they're welcome to apply for our next time around.
Yes.
Because I don't believe that, when they actually get this one going, it'll happen quickly.
And
So we need a budget.
There's no firm quite.
No, not.
and your expenses will swing towards the
Because I've just been following up from you open with the kitchen, which is a complete draft and the whole thing. And like I said, quite small, it's just
Would you look at if you think you did something like that, would you look at donation some of the people that you have to the Kingston?
it's not my kitchen.
Oh,
It's my daughter's.
oh.
It's not.
I think
I'm just
It dates to 1935. So
Oh,
we put down 5,000. Yeah, on my voting, they had $120,000 of public money on
yes.
on redoing the buildings for the reading. I would query the need in this financial year to continue. I'd also query, to be honest, whether or not I feel they should be going for the short kitchen, because it actually increases their ability to rent it out.
But the
over time.
expenses and ventilation and then gross rate. Just.
No, they don't want to run the tracks, so they don't want to be firing something out of people, so, you know.
Look,
Even if they're preparing meals for food bank or whatever, they're still doing it not for themselves, and for that reason, to safeguard themselves, I feel they need a commercial. The standard of a commercial picture.
look, we put 5,000 in. I'm happy to go with that and say, once they have confirmed budgets, to come back and explain this funding. So I'm flexible on that time. When you say 0, to come back and talk to this.
80,000 estimate,
Yeah. So your call on that, I'm either 0 or 5, but please come back once you've got firmed up quotes and a recognition of what the community will assist you with from a labour perspective.
I don't think at the moment 0.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it's a concept. Once it's we can actually say, oh, great. I mean, you never know who's going to come to the party.
We've still got the money there for the second round.
Yeah, the money's still there.
And if they say, well, what will also indicate that should they firm up their things and they can't wait until the next funding round, it will convene. We put that
So currently, that would give us more or less 11,000 left over in this funding round. So there's nothing to stop us saying, it's no 0 until we see.
Yeah, it's money. But in the letter, I'd also say if they find themselves not being able to wait till February for the next funding round, it will reconvene.
It's our own teaching.
Yeah. Yeah, but also we're going to recognise they had $43,000 worth of deferred funding already, which to my mind should actually do it.
I mean, there is a concept of cutting costs.
I think the point you was making was right, the people are coming out.
With that in mind, yeah.
Places quite often make a kitchen for something and then it can't go ahead. And they quite often sell those at a.
Reduce the cost.
Yeah. So there's those sort of things that we can.
Yeah, and look, I agree. I'm mindful there are community group that doing things. For the community. I just believe the money is they need to fill out the budget.
Yes, yes.
That's what
So should we put it at 0, but please let it be that they reapply in either a future budget line where we are or on reference. Cool.
Yeah.
So what is,
I think we also need to know that rather than concept.
Yeah. so request third budgets again, and we'll have community input clarification. I'm not sure.
We can say we want to watch, it's not.
Confirm budget for the.
Then they've got something to go back to the council.
So we're sitting at 42,250, is that right?
Yeah, that's for me.
So, and we have 80,000 to start off with, or 90,000.
We had 83.
32,
33.
and it gives us 10, no, 5 still.
Probably.
10.
Yeah. 42.
We had applied for 82, but our
Oh, there.
amount was 53.
That's right.
And then we're going to move it at 1.
So, given that we now have $11,000 left, right? And we have what left over in the community grants, 14, 6, or 7. Do we want to either split or move the Martinborough School turf into youth? Or are we comfortable with those two figures at 11 on one side and 14 on the other?
Yeah.
It gives flexibility.
You have one by the other.
Because sometimes they will.
Yeah.
Oh, you done?
Yes. But they can come back after the year, they can come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
But they can put the 8 for next year anyway.
So we've got 2 outstanding or 1 outstanding item.